my pleasure to welcome you to the program. I'm Lanre Lasese. Now, the National Assembly returned to its usual busy pace this week as lawmakers resumed from the Christmas and New Year break. They considered a lot of issues, some of which had come up while they were on break. From national issues such as the closure of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja to international issues like steps Nigeria can take to ensure the survival of democracy in the Republic of the Gambia. Now, the presiding officers in both chambers also outlined their plans for the year with an unexpected announcement coming in the Senate. Very unexpected, I tell you. Let's take a report on happenings on the first day of resumption in the Senate and the reaction that followed.
The National Assembly has resumed plenary after nearly 4 weeks for the Christmas and New Year holiday. Now, one of the things which federal lawmakers are saying on resumption is that they would give priority attention to the passage and consideration of the MTEF and the 2017 budget.
It is therefore imperative that we immediately begin work earnestly on the MTEF to ensure passage by the end of this week. In the same spirit, consideration and debate on the 2017 budget will immediately follow in the next 3 sitting days of the following week, that is next week.
As legislative proceedings for the day winds down, Senator Saraki announces a change in the leadership of the Senate.
Notice of change of leadership is to inform Your Excellency and the Senate that after several meetings held on Monday, the 9th of January 2017, and upon due deliberation and consultation, the APC caucus of the Senate hereby wish to notify you of the change in the leadership of the Senate. The new Senate leader be and is now Senator Ahmed Lawal representing Yobe North Central District, Yobe State.
But in a swift reaction, Senator Ali Ndume informs journalists that he is not aware of his removal as Senate leader.
Previously, there hasn't been any issue. I have not been called upon, or I have not been confronted with anything, or I'm not aware of any meeting that was called to either ask me or to, because there is a process, there should be procedure anyway. So this announcement, as I said, came to me as a surprise, as it did to you. And I will find out what that means before we move on.
A source told Channels Television that Senator Ndume was removed because of some of his utterances, one of which was when he debunked the Senate's decision rejecting the confirmation of the acting EFCC boss, Ibrahim Magu. The removal of Senator Ndume may also be an attempt to mend fences with the ruling APC and the president, who had initially recommended that Senator Ahmed Lawal be made majority leader after losing out to Senator Bukola Saraki for the seat of a Senate president.
This Senate is an institution that we must protect. How do you protect the institution? Is you obey the rules and the tradition. If today, just like that, without telling somebody, and he goes out, if it is Ndume today and it's okay, it may be, God forbid, Okoromadu tomorrow. Okay, so what I'm saying is, distinguished colleagues, anytime our colleagues erred in one way or the other, we should be given the chance to say, look, this is what you did, and therefore we have lost confidence in you. But I thank God since there is nothing, and I'm grateful for that. So I want to once again say thank you very much for the opportunity given to me to serve as the Senate leader. And I wish my brother, the new Senate leader, we have been struggling for this for a long time. I hope and I wish you the best of service to this important institution.
We will keep an eye on that issue, hoping that this will not open another chapter of upheavals in the Senate. Now, in the House of Representatives, the Speaker promised that the legislature would implement reforms to the budgeting process that will make it more transparent and devoid of controversies.
We must brace up and work assiduously and conscientiously to give Nigerians a budget that will not only lift us out of recession, but kickstart the needed expeditious journey into Nigeria's prosperity. Pledge to reform the budget process. To this end, therefore, we will ensure that the procedure The process of consideration and passage of 2017 budget is transparent, inclusive, and professionally handled. The recent fiscal measures, including import prohibition of certain items and the increase or decrease of tariff of some items, should receive appropriate legislative scrutiny to ensure that the economy and the interests of our people are protected. We must ensure that we take no prisoners in accomplishing this task.